24th of June 2023, Lewis Capaldi performs his breakthrough single Someone You Loved in front of a packed Glastonbury Festival crowd. Mid-song, he's struggling with his voice and his Tourette Syndrome kicks in. His shoulder starts twitching, which leaves him mostly silent, letting the fans fill in for him. The show was supposed to be a comeback, after Lewis cancelled several shows shortly before to rest and recover due to health issues. But despite a warm reception from the crowd, he was visibly struggling to finish the set, apologizing multiple times to the audience. By the end of his performance, Lewis suggested he would need to take more time away from public life to get better. I feel like I'll be taking another wee break over the next couple of weeks, so you probably won't see much of me for the rest of the year. Maybe even. Indeed, it would be his last live set of the year, having to cancel his entire 2023 tour. To this day, we haven't heard much from him, leaving us all wondering whether he'll ever be well enough to perform on stage again. So, what are the reasons for his health issues? Surely they must have been following him from an early age. Well, not really. Even though the tics have been a feature of his life since childhood, they never seriously affected him, and the Tourette Syndrome was only diagnosed after his success as a musician. Lewis grew up in Whitburn, a small town in Scotland, and lived a normal childhood. He describes himself as being quite outgoing and confident as a kid. From an early age, he began writing songs and playing gigs by sneaking into pubs with the help of his eldest brother. By 2017, Lewis released his first single Bruises independently, which quickly gained over 25 million plays on Spotify, making him the fastest unsigned artist to reach that number. This is where Lewis starts to change direction from what he considered to be ordinary life. Despite the success, he starts doubting himself more and more. The more successful that I seem to become, the more insecure it seems to be that I get, which is really bizarre, Lewis says in an interview. One thing Lewis never lost is his authenticity and personality. He's known for having a unique humor, and he doesn't take himself too seriously.
Now, here's the thing, this is amazing. So didn't the tour sell out before your debut album came out?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Just raw sex appeal.
People saw a picture and they went, yes.
I mean, you look at me and you think, I'm going to have a feast for the eyes. That's it.
Being the funny guy that likes making jokes about his own appearance and his weird behavior at times is what Lewis is known and loved for. However, that's not the full story. We all know that his mental health issues have worsened a lot in recent months. So, what exactly is it that caused his health issues to get a lot worse all of a sudden? Well, it all started when the COVID pandemic hit and he moved back into his parents' house for lockdown to start working on his second album. His first album sold more than any other in the UK in 2019, and it would go on to be the biggest seller in 2020 as well. This huge success also meant expectations were high for album number 2. Capaldi was feeling the pressure, and it would take its toll physically and mentally.
How do you feel about the second time around? Give me the full range of emotions. So this is your second...
releasing new music, first time in like 3 years.
First time was just a smash, mega, ultra hit.
Yeah, some might call it that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, it's wild. So this time I'm shitting myself. You get a number one single and immediately it turns to, but can I do it again?
Yeah.
And then you do it again and then it's immediately like, but how's the album doing? And it's like, how are the tickets doing? There's always something else. The goalpost's always fucking changing. So it's this constant sort of like state of fuck. I need to like, right. You can't, it's like that thing of like, I mean, it's so, it's spoken about to death, but like that thing of not being able to sit back and enjoy it because you're always on the move to the next thing and on the move to the next thing. And I think that's why during lockdown I really struggled as well, because it was like, the next thing, the next thing. And then there is no next thing now because we're all on COVID and all this shit. And it's like, what do you do now? And then you just have all this pent up fucking...
He's basically saying that he's unable to enjoy his own success because of the constant pressure he's feeling. On top of that, he sets himself a very high bar, judging everything against his hit single Someone You Loved, which makes it hard for him to appreciate the process of making music.
Did you ever, in those moments, question what you were doing?
Yeah, for sure. But I questioned what I was doing a lot in lockdown as well. Like, honestly, that it kind of started that it's like, fuck, if this is making me feel this bad. And it was fucking so heartbreaking as well because, sorry I keep hitting this mic, but I was so heartbroken about it because playing live is the best bit about music. Like, I fucking hate recording albums. It's stressful. It's a pain in the ass. Promo, I get into a point where I quite like it and it's kind of like fun, but it's not like why I get into it. I fucking despise doing music videos. I hate doing photo shoots, hate getting my photo taken. I only do all that stuff. The only reason I started writing songs was because I thought, okay, if I, like people who I was watching, like bands like Green Day or fucking Arctic Monkeys, I was like, oh, they write their own songs. So if I want to play live, I have to write my own songs.
Lewis is also struggling with Imposter Syndrome, which causes him to doubt his abilities and accomplishments. He has a hard time trying to understand why people enjoy his music and show up to his live shows.
Imposter Syndrome, I think you can have that at any level. That sort of like bleeds into every single decision you make and everything you do. For me, it's always just seemed quite alien. People like that turn up and see me live and see me play. I love the fact that people do give a fuck and listen to music. I just don't get it. I don't get why people would turn up and see it. But I'm eternally grateful, and I can't thank people enough, but I just don't. I love you, but I will never understand you. That's what I'm trying to say to you all at home. Yeah, I just don't get it. Yeah, I don't know.
These thoughts have made him question if making music still was the right thing to do. Lacking confidence in his own abilities, he started working with other songwriters to help him with the second album.
I'm not confident in my abilities as a songwriter. And I think that's got worse the more successful I've got.
His anxiety went from bad to worse, and the pressure of the industry on Louis' back became so heavy that the tics got out of control. These weren't just small tics anymore. These were noticeable signs of anxiety that impacted his life. He couldn't stop his shoulder from shaking, and worst of all, you could tell his confidence was shattered. His anxiety and shoulder twitch led to panic attacks that started occurring more and more often.
When I have a panic attack, it feels like I'm going insane. Completely disconnected from reality. Can't breathe. Like, I can't feel my breath going in. It's wild. And I get dizzy and I feel like there's something happening in my head. And I'm sweating. My whole body starts to do like what my shoulder does. Like pure convulsing. And a big thing for me with it is like that thing of like, I'm always going to feel like this now. This is me, I'm like perm mode. And yeah, I'm just like, oh fuck, this is it. Either I feel like I'm going to be stuck like that forever or I'm going to die.
Despite initially resisting the efforts of his family and friends to get treatment for his twitch and his panic attacks, writing and recording for his second album was eventually put on hold for the sake of his health. That's when he was diagnosed with Tourette Syndrome, a condition that causes people to make involuntary sounds or movements called tics. To Louis, the diagnosis was a big relief.
When they told me, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, because then I think back to when I was a kid. I like that deep breath. I did a deep breath there. I do that all the time. And I used to do it when I was younger. And my dad used to go, fucking stop doing, what is that? Stop doing that. And I just managed to stop it. But like, even the twitches I have now, they come and go. Like, I'll go, over summer I did twitch, but it wasn't bad for 2 months. So it's like, it ebbs and flows. But I just noticed all these little things. When they said it, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like, that makes absolute 100%. Like, it just like something clicked.
After taking a lengthy break from music and social media, Capaldi's second album was eventually released in May of 2023. He was set to go on tour with it, but eventually had to cancel after he was visibly struggling to perform live at the Glastonbury Festival. It's quite obvious that the rapid success has had an effect on his mental health, leaving him dealing with panic attacks, a shoulder twitch, and a diagnosis of Tourette Syndrome. The latest news about his health is from the end of December last year. I've been working with some incredible professionals to help me learn about and cope better with Tourette's and anxiety issues. I'm really happy to say I've noticed a marked improvement in both since I decided to take some time off back in June. He went on to clarify that his break would continue into 2024. For now, I'm going to continue taking some time to carry on looking after myself, maybe writing some new music, and taking a moment to reflect on some of the most incredible years of my life, he explained. I want to make absolutely sure I'm 100% before getting back out there properly for more shows and doing what I love more than anything. Since his health update in late December last year, we haven't heard back from him. His talent and incredible voice are undeniable. In the space of just a few years, he went from being a pop singer in a small Scottish town to becoming a global mega sensation. His single Someone You Loved has over 3.4 billion streams on Spotify. That's B for billion. For context, that's the third most streamed song of all time. Sadly, this explosion of fame negatively affected Lewis, and it showcases the problem in the pop music industry these days. No one seems to care about the mental health strain musicians are suffering from. Instead, all their managers and record labels are interested in is the production of the next hit.
Hello?
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. Thinking about timelines, like realistically, we want, a song out the top of next year at some stage.
Oh, totally.
And then for the actual writing, what are you thinking time-wise?
Yeah, we need to do more.
It's turned music into a consumer product where the only important number is how many units you can move. In the case of Lewis Capaldi, the pressure of the industry has had a massive impact on his mental and physical health, and it's unsure whether he'll ever be able to perform as normal Lewis from Whitburn again. Let's hope it's not too late for that.